Hello everybody, this is the first of many mark guides. We're going to do marks 1 through 5 for this one. I've got the 5 stars for all of these, as well as you'll see the first time rewards. I'm not going to bother with second time rewards because obviously you can pick up these marks, you know, once you've already completed them, and you'll actually get a different reward for the second and any subsequent wins against those marks. So again, I've got the first time rewards, as well as, you know, what I basically did for 5-star, or to get that 5-star. Now, most of these, you know, aren't going to take much as far as tactics to get that 5-star. I think it's like, especially for this first ecto pudding here now. Keep in mind though too that a lot of these are going to be my second time. Or, you know, I'll have beaten these once already, so, you know, it seems to me it's easier to, you know, to get good ratings on marks that you've already got. Number one, I mean, you should already have the info, you know, whether or not you've used Libra or not, can, you know, help affect, you know, whether or not you get those ratings. Now, here's a cut of actually a different win there versus the ecto pudding. I just wanted to get, you know, that first time reward though. So technically, the first time I beat him, I didn't get a 5-star. I think I ended up with a 4, and so I just, you know, took that footage again. But anyways, like I said, probably the biggest, you know, I guess tip I'd say for trying to get 5 stars on these is probably that you, I mean, A, know what you're doing, B, you know, have already potentially fought them once. And again, it's just easier, a lot easier to get really good ratings if you know what you're up against, and really if you've already got the info, you know, from Libra and whatnot. So again, keep that in mind if you're having any problems getting 5 stars. Now, one more thing that'll help potentially is one of the last marks in the game actually gives you, actually I think it is technically the last mark, gives you an item called the Gold Watch, and that actually extends your target time by, I want to say it's something like 10%. Don't quote me on that, but so that can help you as well if you're having troubles getting these 5-star ratings. Now, is it important to get 5 stars? Not really. The only thing that you really get is an achievement, I believe it is. So, you know, don't stress about it too much if you're having problems. But anyways, so this is Mark 2. Which one was this? I want to say Iridimu, but I don't think that's right. I just want to find out. Anyway, it's a couple of Gorgonopsids. As far as... oh, wow. Okay, so that was quick. I didn't even see the name of the mark, unfortunately. But anyways, there's your 5-star. And some spoils. And then cut there to a ladder kill. And that's the Cobaltite. So there you have it. So the first time, again, same thing. First time I defeated that, I only got a 4-star. So I ended up redoing it. But anyways, like with a lot of these, you know, like I said, just takes some time to, or at least, you know, give them a shot once. And if you don't do well the first time, well, you can always try over. That's the great thing about these marks too, is you don't necessarily need to get that 5-star on the first try. The third stone here. The stone is actually found on the Arclight step, and then the mark here is found in Yasmasif. I think I'm saying that right. But anyway, this one is called the Oogaloo. He's pretty easy. You know, same, nothing really fancy about this. Now and actually, so these marks get quite a bit easier, you know, later on in the game. And I think a lot of these, you know, also are going to depend on your equipment and stuff too. So obviously for this one, I've got, you know, lightning equipped with sprint shoes, and a lot of these can just be taken down extremely quickly with, you know, either the right, like I said, either the right buffs or, you know, the right starting equipment. But here's the first time reward is the Platinum Bangle. And that was Mark 3, I think? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that must have been 3. Alright, anyways, let's continue on here. This should be Seath Stone number 4. Don't make me into a liar. Oh, and this one's the first one that you can actually activate and complete that ends up being a teleporter. So very, very good marks to get done. You know, I'd say early on in the game. Just it really helps you get around. All right, so yeah, so this one's Mark 4, a Hero's Charge. This one's a little bit more difficult, especially if you're trying to do it really early on in the game. There's just a ton of monsters, and they actually will, you know, sometimes summon enemies depending on how fast you're able to take them down. So as far as this one, I think I end up using a bunch of shrouds. Again, you know, this one probably would have been a little bit easier later on in the game, but you know, I wanted to get it done as soon as possible and actually try to get that 5-star. Now, the other crummy thing about this one is the stone is a fairly decent distance away from the actual mark. So here I just took a cut, obviously, and we're right where the enemies are actually at. So I used every shroud here just to try to get these guys down extremely quickly. Now, a decent strategy here actually would be a paradigm where you're using multiple commandos, just because these enemies don't have that much health, and those, you know, multiple commandos can really help get things down quickly and easily. So that's my 2 cents, I suppose, on this one. Again, the shrouds are a huge help, as well as I don't know, the Decepticol. Maybe overkill, I'm not sure, but you know, I mean, look at these guys. These only have a stagger threshold of 110%. So, you know, I guess that, again, though, going along with the idea of multiple commandos, that would be, you know, a good way to help your commandos out, is just to you know, get these enemies staggered as soon as possible. Now, one of these guys was able to summon. And I think that's another Oogaloo. We just took one of those guys down, but that's the dangerous part about these guys, especially if you're not able to get them down in a decent amount of time. Is, you know, then all of a sudden you've got a bunch of enemies to contend with. So again, you know, focus the little guys down first, the Vertolays and the well, I guess actually you don't need it the other one. And then the interesting thing about them is they'll actually summon different enemy types too. So the initial target actually probably would have been a good idea to take down the Vertolay first, because the Oogaloo is actually a more difficult enemy that's summoned as opposed to, you know, like so the Vertolay summons the Oogaloo, and again, I don't remember the names of the other little looking guys. But actually, I think they're technically filed under the Spook catalog in your or heading in the data log. But anyways, the other ones, you know, summoned much more easily to defeat enemies. I think they summon like Gorgonopsids or something like that. So again, I would say actually take down the Vertolay first. You'll probably have a better time than, you know, winning and hitting your target time. But anyways, we get the 5-star there, and let's see what we get for our first time record. Okay, so a pearl necklace is our reward. Insert whatever joke you want there, and this should be Seath Stone number 5. This is the Edimu. Yeah, Joyless Reunion. Okay. This is a fairly easy enemy as well here. Actually, though, I'll say I believe I did use some shrouds on this one too. So there's, you know, like I said, there's going to be a couple of fights here and there where I feel like it really helps out. And a lot of times, the reason why I did that, though, is because I wanted to get really good ratings on these marks that were really far away, like had a lot of travel time between the actual stone and where the mark is at. So You know, you'll see every once in a while I use the shrouds just to try to make sure that I don't have to come back. Now, I did get lucky, and I don't remember if it was the common drop or the rare. I think it is the common drop from the enemy here, which I think, if I remember right, was the Whistlewind Scarf. I got lucky. I would not say that this guy is a good enemy to farm. I really don't feel like it's worth the time. So, you know, if you're thinking about that, well, I mean, you know, by all rights, if you want to do that, go ahead. I didn't really feel like it was worth the time. I believe his rare drop is the Nimble Toe boots, which I don't really use that much either. So, another reason why I didn't want to, you know, farm this guy. But anyways, this is it. This is the last one of this this video. So, you know, hope this guide was helpful. Questions, comments, you can always leave down there, and hope you join me for more videos. All right, thanks for watching.
That's what I'm talking about.